Have you ever been called a loser, looked down on, counted out by the very people who were supposed to know you? What if, after 10 long years of silence, you showed up to your high school reunion and proved them all wrong in a way they could never imagine? In the dim glow of a high school gym turned reunion hall, Riley Thompson stood alone, her heart a quiet storm of memories she had long buried. 10 years had passed since graduation, but the echoes of laughter, cruel, cutting laughter, still whispered in her ears like ghosts from a painful past. She wasn't here for nostalgia or reconnection. She was here because a part of her, the resilient survivor, needed to face the shadows that had once dimmed her light. Riley, with her simple gray hoodie and jeans, practical boots scarred from battles unseen, scanned the room. Her ponytail was tight, functional, forged in the fires of discipline where every strand out of place could mean life or death. But to them, she was still the invisible girl, the one they labeled loser in hushed tones that stung like open wounds. The night began with a deliberate exclusion that pierced her soul. As Riley eased her nondescript rental sedan into the last parking spot, a gleaming luxury SUV swerved in, high beams blinding her like spotlights on her vulnerabilities. The driver, Chase Donovan, once the boy who stole her homework to scrape by in algebra, leaned out, blasting music that rattled her bones. He tossed his keys toward her windshield, barking, "Move your junk, maid service. Real guests coming through." Riley's chest tightened, a flicker of old hurt flashing in her eyes, but she held steady, her pulse even as he revved away in frustration. Stepping out into a cold, muddy puddle, she wiped her boot, wearing the stain like a badge of quiet endurance. It was just mud, she told herself, but deep down, it felt like the weight of years of being pushed aside. At the entrance, a young volunteer blocked her path, clipboard in hand like a shield against the unworthy. "Ma'am, service entrance is around back for vendors and staff," he said, eyeing her plain clothes without checking the list. Riley's gaze softened for a moment, seeing the boy's innocence, but her voice was firm, a whisper of authority honed in cockpits where commands saved lives. She sidestepped him fluidly, leaving him blinking in confusion. Inside, the air was thick with forced cheer, balloons in school colors, a banner proclaiming Class of 2015, 10 years stronger. Laughter floated like daggers, stories of success masking insecurities. Riley's eyes traced the room in a tactical sweep, her heart aching for the girl she once was, the one who hid in corners to escape their barbs. At the sign-in table, Madison Harper, event coordinator, former prom queen with flawless makeup and a dress that screamed privilege, froze her smile into something icy. "Oh, Riley, I almost mistook you for the cleanup crew," she said, loud enough for nearby ears, drawing snickers that twisted Riley's gut like a knife. Madison's words weren't just casual. They were weapons, reopening scars from lunchroom exclusions and hallway whispers. Riley reached for the pen, her calloused hands steady despite the tremor in her soul. "Just here like everyone else," she murmured, her voice a calm sea hiding turbulent depths. Madison leaned in, her pity a venomous veil. "Glad you made it. Heard life's been tough." She slapped a smudged, handwritten sticker on Riley's chest, unlike the laminated badges for others, her nails digging in like claws. "We ran out for late RSVPs. Don't sweat it off that. Sweater." Wiping her hands as if Riley were contaminated, Madison's eyes flicked to the stack of unused badges, a lie that burned Riley's cheeks with silent humiliation. The degradation deepened as a security guard, nudged by Madison, grabbed for Riley's fire-retardant flight bag, home to classified logs and gear that guarded secrets of the sky. "Bag check," he grunted. Riley pivoted, shielding it. "Medical necessity," she said softly, but firmly, her eyes pleading for understanding he didn't offer. He yanked, but she shifted, unbalancing him with grace born of survival training. "Touch it again and you'll need help," she whispered, her voice laced with the quiet pain of someone who's faced worse threats. He backed off, but Madison whispered loudly, "Probably smuggling cheap booze, can't afford the bar." Riley's heart clenched. These weren't just words. They were echoes of a childhood where she was always the outsider, the girl with second-hand clothes and dreams too big for their small minds. Signed to a wobbly chair by the trash cans. "Overflow seating, nice and private," Madison cooed with false sympathy. Riley sat, her isolation a heavy cloak. Nearby, a group critiqued the memorial table for lost classmates. Brooke Langley, who once mocked Riley's gym outfits, sighed theatrically, locking eyes. So sad. But some are ghosts already. Like Riley, no social media, no family, no life. Might as well be on this table. The words landed like blows, stirring tears Riley refused to let fall. She was no ghost. She was a guardian angel in the skis, with lives saved and battles won, her silence a shield for classified valor. But here, in this room of pretenders, her heart wept for the validation she never sought but deeply craved. Brody Callahan sauntered over, beer sloshing, his smug grin a mask for his fatting glory. The former football star, now a mid-level marketer with a receding hairline, gripped her hand too hard. Hey, bookworm, haven't changed. He accidentally knocked her phone, a secure, rugged device, to the floor. Oops. As he handed it back, the screen lit with encrypted data. Still on that ancient brick, playing Snake while we build empires. Laughter erupted, but Riley's eyes met his, a silent storm of resilience that made him falter. Inside, her soul ached. The phone wasn't a relic. It was her lifeline to missions where split-second decisions meant everything. Wyatt Ellis, the crypto whiz, drew a wrong diagram on a napkin, patronizing. Real tech uses GPS. You wouldn't get it. Riley noted the errors silently, her heart heavy with the irony. She commanded satellites he could only dream of. Right now, as the entire room is laughing at her, mocking her clothes, her job, her life, Riley's radio buzzes with a secret signal. Can you feel it? That moment when everything is about to change. Do you think they have any idea what's coming for them? Logan Pierce escalated, creating a mocking Wi-Fi hotspot. Aria needs help, password get a job 2023. High fives followed, but Riley tapped her device, commandeering bandwidth. Phones dropped signals. Logan's frown brought a fleeting satisfaction, but the mockery gnawed at her spirit. At the snack table, Haley Vaughn and Spencer Reed whispered loudly. Looks like she rolled out of bed. Thrift store special. Here for free food. Riley poured punch. Turning, better than cafeteria slop. Their laughter faltered, but the pity stung like salt in old wounds. In the buffet line, Aubrey Klein intercepted. Gold tier only, priority for donors. Blocking Riley, she piled food high, forcing a weight that twisted Riley's insides with remembered hunger from lean years. Nearby, Chase raised a toast, swinging wine to drench her, but Riley shifted, evading with reflexes forged in danger zones. The spill hit the floor. Chase stumbled, confused. Paige Whitaker draped a clashing shawl. Cover that lumberjack look makes photos drab. Snapping a selfie, she captioned it charity makeover. Riley folded it precisely, her voice steady. I need range of motion. But inside, the assumption of her poverty cracked her armor, tears welling in private solitude. Gavin Morrow, the MC, spotlighted her. Riley stand, found that dream job yet or still figuring it out? Laughter rippled, a wave of cruelty that nearly drowned her. Waiting tables, he pressed. Riley stood briefly. I'm working. He projected a slideshow, her slide a blank silhouette. Off the grid, jail or basement. The roar crushed her spirit, but her lack of online presence was protocol, not failure. Hunter Vance grabbed her shoulder, yanking. Dance, stop acting superior. She pressed a nerve, dropping him gently. You're unsteady. His fear was real, but the laughter hid it. Mr. Harrington, the old history teacher, approached with false concern. Riley's still quiet. Life hasn't thrown curveballs, or maybe too many. Patting her, he pulled a notebook. Your Vietnam essay lacked spirit, not built for conflict, maybe data entry. The irony burned. Riley ended conflicts from the air, her hands guiding thunder. Zoe Finley shoved MLM brochures. For exhausted types between jobs, be your own boss. Riley, my team's staffed, Zoe whispered. Wants to stay broke. The barbs piled, a suffocating weight. Leela Sterling's stylist tips. Mason Croft's bus jokes. His tossed $20 for gas money. For the group photo, Madison pulled her off. Symmetry issue, take the picture. Alone, framing their smiles, Riley's heart broke, erased again. Outside, Brody kicked a stray cat. Your mascot scrounging for handouts. Riley knelt, the cat nuzzling her. Animals sense character. Her words, soft, carried unspoken pain. Pushing her job, Madison. Farming explains the outfit. Laughter. A waiter tripped, tray crashing, Riley caught it flawlessly. Busboy skills, Brody clapped. Her reflexes, life-saving, reduced to servitude. Spotting her military ID, a woman paled but stayed silent at Riley's plea. Haley rattled a charity jar. For underprivileged alumni. Riley, dues paid. The Superlatives Award, most likely to need a loan. Gavin extended a trophy. Pawn it for gas. Tears threatened, but Riley stood, mic in hand. Insults flew, Uber driver, janitor, wheel washer. She clasped hands behind, parade rest, her stance a silent cry of strength. Her radio crackled, a coded signal, a lifeline. "Excuse me." Madison mocked, "Pretend spy." Outside, Riley keyed, "Thompson here, visual confirmed." Wind slammed doors, a shadow descended. Back inside, mockery peaked, faking a call. Lights flickered, thwump shook chests. Panic, earthquake. The Ah-64 Apache landed, rotors a hurricane of revelation. Crowd shrieked, dresses whipping, tents collapsing. The turret swiveled, lights glaring, Brody wet himself. Co-pilot saluted. Warrant Officer Thompson, birds ready. Signing the log, donning helmet, callsign Valkyrie, Riley transformed. "Backup pilot, desperate hire," they stammered. To Mr. Harrington, "I don't study conflict, I end it." To Brody, "That game authorized this landing." Lifting off, combat ascent blasted egos, Chase's SUV shattered. Silence fell, chief warning. "Federal charges possible, she protects your freedom." Fallout, Brody fired, reputation ruined. Madison's sponsors fled, apologies hollow. Mr. Harrington retired in shame. Gavin lost contracts. Invoices drained funds. Viral video. Bullied loser lands Apache, karma strikes. Reviews tanked businesses. Yearbooks exposed past cruelty. A donation renovated the school, erasing their plaque with quiet resilience. Riley flew on, her silence thunderous. In the quiet cockpit, tears finally fell, not of pain, but release. She wasn't broken, she was unbreakable, a beacon for the overlooked, proving strength blooms in silence, touching hearts worldwide. She didn't scream, she didn't cry, she didn't even raise her voice. She just rose above them, literally. Tell me in the comments, has someone ever underestimated you? Have you ever had your quiet revenge moment? Drop your story below. I read every single one, and the most powerful ones might be in my next video.